Hey guys, welcome back to this week's market update. The housing market in Australia has obviously seen tremendous amounts of capital growth over the last year. So statistics have just come out that March, we actually saw the fastest period of growth since 1988. Corelogic released a report showing that we may actually be seeing the peak of the market at the moment. This doesn't mean that the market's all of a sudden going to go down and prices are going to drop. It just means that we're not going to see the same amount of rate in capital growth that we have been seeing in the past. Here are the 7 factors that flag a relaxation in the speed of growth. Number 1 is Corelogic's Home Value Index. So Corelogic brings out a report every month showing the value of homes and how much they've risen or decreased. April figures show that there was a slowdown in the rate of growth since late March. Number 2 is lower auction clearance rates. So over the Easter period, we did see a reduction in the amount of properties that were selling under the hammer. Still fantastic, but there has been a drop back. Number 3, a rise in vendor activity. So we have actually seen a rise in listings coming to market. So for this time of year, we're actually seeing a 17% increase in listings over a 5-year period. However, looking at the grand scheme of things, over a 5-year period, we're actually still down 17.5% in listings overall. Number 4 is a rise in housing supply. So as you know, the construction industry has been absolutely under the pump. So this will equate to more properties being available to buyers to choose from, balancing out the supply and demand. Number 5 is actually negative population growth. So right now, the population growth has turned negative for the first time since 1916. Number 6 is less incentives. So as Australia is moving into the next stage of an economic recovery, there's going to be a lot less fiscal support for the average punter out there. And lastly, number 7, a higher barrier of entry. So the barrier of entry I'm talking about is affordability. For people that already own their homes, this is probably going to be the easiest time for you to meet those repayments with record low interest rates. However, for first home buyers, it's a massive task. The rate that the housing market is growing compared to the rate that income is growing, it's just not matching up. So this means it's harder and harder for first home buyers to get that big deposit to get them into the market. Based on data in September, which would have worsened by now considering the housing jump in prices since then, it would have taken households 8.6 years to save a 20% deposit. Although it's likely that the pace of capital gains has peaked, there's still a variety of factors that are likely to keep upwards pressure on the housing values. Tim Lawless said that overall we are expected to see values still rise through 2021 and most likely 2022. However, just not at the same rate that we have seen in the previous 12 months. So if you are looking at doing anything in the real estate space, feel free to give us a call if you want to have a chat, and we're more than happy to help. Cheers.